just an 8-year-old, which is why it looks so big. So first up, let's go straight to the backgrounds. So there is 2, the Fey Lost. So you grew up in the Feyworld after disappearing from your home plane. So this is someone who has maybe forcefully been brought into the Feyworld and is trying to live their life. As it says there, perhaps you were kidnapped by an evil Fey but escaped their clutches. Whatever the manner of your disappearance, you gradually fell under the Feyworld spell. So let's see what they get. So you get skill proficiencies, deception and survival, which are very nice for a lot of characters that like the whole social interaction of deception. And then a bit of survival as well, which is always good to have in your party. You get a musical instrument, which once again is very Feywildy, and you can get one of either Elvish, Gnomish, Goblin or Sylvan language. Sylvan's one which doesn't come up much, so that's quite nice that it offers you that. And then in your equipment you get a musical instrument, a set of traveller's clothes, 3 trinkets which you can roll on the table, and a pouch of 8 gold. Okay, that's interesting. Usually you get 10 gold, so they've, for whatever reason, given you 8 gold. Maybe they just don't like the round numbers anymore. And then you get a Fey mark. You were transformed in some small way by your stay in the Feyworld and gained a Fey mark determined by rolling on this table. So these are, I assume, going to be very Feywild. Your skin sparkles in moonlight. Your ears are covered with soft tufts of fur. So some little things that give you a bit of a Feywild look to your character, which is nice. And then you also get a Feywild visitor. Whenever you are sound asleep or in a deep trance during a long rest, a spirit of the Feywild might pay you a visit. So this is a nice little tool that the DM has here. Then the DM can decide when or if this is going to happen. Conversations that occur contain a number of things, from messages and insights to nonsense and red herrings, at the DM's discretion. So yeah, that's quite nice. And then it does give you a little roll table down here. If you didn't want to decide, you could just roll and it picks what type of visitor you get. And then this is the feature, so Feyworld Connection. Your mannerisms and knowledge of Fey customs are recognised by natives of the Feyworld who see you as one of their own. Because of this, friendly Fey creatures are inclined to come to your aid if you are lost or need help in the Feyworld. And then there's a nice little bit of art here with some wizard apprentice looking fellow and maybe a bard sat down here on a bedroll as well. Okay, so I like that they add more backgrounds to the game. I don't think you can ever really have enough backgrounds, because you can either just decide to have it or pick another one and it doesn't really affect the rest of the game. The features that you get from backgrounds are very minor as well. There's none which are too crazy, so you know, in my opinion, they can chuck as many as they like. Okay, and then this one, a Witchlight Hand. It looks like you're a carny. You have grown up in the carnival of Witchlight. Yeah, so let's see what they get. Performance and sleight of hand, which makes sense. Being a carny, you will have to do a lot of that. Disguise kit or a musical instrument. You get 1 language of your choice. You get a disguise kit or a musical instrument, a deck of cards, a carnival uniform, 1 trinket, and a 8 gold pouch. Carnival companion. Over the years, you've earned the friendship of another carnival fixture. Roll a d8 and consult this table. Work with your DM to flesh out the friendship. This companion hangs around you while you're in the carnival, but it won't voluntarily leave the carnival. Okay, so this is a very specific feature about this mini campaign, or well, I actually don't know how long this campaign is. It might be a full campaign. Where you get a little friend that will follow you about. So that's quite cool. And it also gives you some options here, one of which being an old blink dog, which is quite nice. A retired performer could be quite fun. Magical wisp of light. So yeah, and then the feature you get are the carnival fixture. So the Witchlight Carnival provides you with free, modest lodging and food. In addition, you may wander about the carnival and partake in its many wonders at no cost, provided you don't disrupt its shows or cause any problems. So this one is very specific to this campaign. You probably wouldn't pull it out and use it in any other of the campaigns, whereas the Fey Lost one, you could really use that anywhere, and yeah, maybe it will come into the story later on. Nice. So let's have a look at races next then. I know there are 2 races. Okay, so it gives a little bit of background here on human race or fantastical race. You can follow the additional rules. Okay, so if you go for a fantastical race like a fairy or Harengon, is that how you say it? Then there are some additional rules. So let's take a look. So increase 1 score by 2 and increase a different by 1. Or increase 3 different scores by 1. Follow the rules regardless. Okay, so it gives you the option of where you want to put the ability scores, rather than other races that just tell you get 2 strength and 1 constitution. So that's interesting. So it's the exact same here as well. It just gives you the option of different languages rather than giving you them. And creature type. Most player characters are of humanoids race. Here's a list of in alphabetical order. Okay. So you can also be a different creature type, which is something new, I believe, because most of them just come under the humanoid function. Even the half giants come under humanoid, which is interesting. A bit about lifespan and height and weight. Okay, so what does it give you then if it doesn't give you ability enhancements? So fairy, I'm not going to bother reading this. We all know what fairies are, and here's some nice art of some fairies. And then if we scroll down, so you are a Fey creature type. You're a small, 30 feet walking speed. You know Druid Craft. At 3rd level you know Fairy Fire, and at 5th level you know Enlarge and Reduce. Once you cast a trait, you can't cast it till a long rest. Okay, you can also cast either of these spells using spell slots. Okay, so there's some pretty nice spells. If you're going the Druid route, you might have some of these, but if not, you get them, which is quite nice. And you get flight, so you get a flight speed equal to your walking speed. So flight is always nice to have. The Aarakocra have them, and because it says it's equal to your walking speed, if you take a class that increases its walking speed, like the monk or the barbarian, that also means you'll increase your fly speed, which is pretty nice. Very nice. Okay, nothing crazy there. In fact, it's extremely basic. Borderline boring, maybe. But the ability to play fairies actually in the game is quite cool. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people that are excited to go out there and play as a fairy. But next we have the rabbit folk, the Harengon, I'm going to call them. I don't know if that's the correct way of saying it. So it does say it's a humanoid. So you can be medium or small, so it's up to you. You have a speed of 30 feet, and you can add your proficiency bonus to initiative rolls. So there's not many abilities in the game that actually affect the initiative rolls, so that's quite cool that as a race you can put your proficiency bonus to your initiative rolls. You also have proficiency with a perception skill, which is a nice skill to have proficiency in. And you've got lucky footwork. When you fail a dexterity saving throw, you can use your reaction to roll a d4 and add it to the save, potentially turning the failure into a success. You can't use this reaction if you're prone or your speed is 0. So once again, quite nice. A d4 is obviously not much, but if it clutches a saving throw, then happy days. Everyone is going to be happy. It'll be a great moment at the table. And then we've got the rabbit hop. So as a bonus action, you can jump a number of feet equal to 5 times your proficiency bonus without provoking opportunity attacks. You can use this trait only if your speed is greater than 0. You can use it a number of times equal to your proficiency bonus and gain all uses. So you can basically use a bonus action to move relatively far and not provoke opportunity attacks. That's actually pretty nice. Both of those and the hair trigger, so all 3 of those are really nice skills actually. So yeah, very nice. Heron gone, and then with the ability to choose which ability scores you increase, you can make some pretty nasty characters with that. Especially, I'm thinking rogue, because you get the bonus action to jump away and not provoke opportunity attack, so you can get in there, stabby, jump out, and you get the prestige bonus on your initiative rolls, because the assassin rogue wants to go early in initiative. So yeah, pretty good. I like it. And then they've got the normal character traits area down here. So yeah, that's the background and the races. Nothing too crazy, but nice additions. Let's have a